Our featured speaker is an outstanding speaker who has shared the stage with Brian Tracy, Jack Canfield, Les Brown, Stedman Graham, Kevin Harrington, and Anthony Hopkins. Now, just imagine how easy life could be if you had money-making, done-for-you social media marketing, brochure design, website and funnel copywriting, book and article ghostwriting, and press announcements that attracted clients who wanted to give you money. That would be a great thing. Andrea Adams-Miller is the CEO of the redcarpetconnection.com. It's a publishing, publicity, and talent agency. And she shows you why over 10,000 business professionals follow her on LinkedIn. She shows you how to gain fans and followers, get butts in seats, secure speaking gigs, and make more money, showcasing your broadcast media success with your social media campaigns, your brochures, and your press releases. Please welcome the esteemed Andrea Adams-Miller.
Well, you might have heard that it's all about the razzle-dazzle when it comes to publicity, but there's another part of that phrase, razzle-dazzle means them. You need to identify who your them is when you're doing your publicity and marketing. Why? Because you need to know who cares about your message. You need to know who is willing to take the time to take action and risk right now with you. And you need to know who's willing to invest in your products and services so that you can get the most gifts that you can offer them, and they can receive in return all the services and value that you have to offer. Now, how do you do this, you might ask? Well, you need to do this through connection. And connection not just online, but with the people that you meet every day. And this is not collection of connections. It's about real relationships with people, what I call the red carpet connection. Now, the red carpet connection has an acronym to help you remember it, and that's RED. And I live and wear my mission statement every day by wearing red, which stands for relevance, enthusiasm, and delivery. Delivery, I couldn't get that finger up. When you say those three every day to yourself or have something red to remind you of that message, then you know that you'll hit your target market every time. Now, part of that is connection. Now, we don't do things alone. Sir Anthony Hopkins, when I heard him speak, one of the things that made me most impressed is that he talked about how he still has acting coaches today. This man has multiple Oscars, among other awards. He's been knighted, and he still has dialect coaches and acting coaches. What? He said, we're all coachable. We always need to learn more. We need people in our corner to be support to us. Well, I loved being able to meet him and share the stage with him. And one thing, I'll just tell you a little funny story about that. He said to me later when we were talking, he said, oh yes, I remember you, the pretty girl in the red dress. Yes, yes, in the red dress. Cool and creepy at the same time. Yeah. So let me tell you about some red carpet connectors. Now, some of you might have met Tim Johnson or heard of him. He's the king of cheap. Well, that man might be king of cheap, but he's got a heart of gold. And what he does with that heart is he shares his connections with people all over the world, like gold dust to all of us. Another one is Clint Arthur. 7 years we've had a relationship that we've known each other in business, where he did something of value and wonderful to one of my daughters when she was speaking at an event with us. And I never forgot that. So 7 years later, when Clint invites me here to speak at Harvard at their summit, what a privilege and what an honor. A prestigious place is this. And for me to be able to grace that stage, I am truly of respect and value for that. Those are the people who are your top influencers. And those are the people that you want to be connected to. So how can you do this quickly and easy? Let me give you an easy tip. If you connect with me on LinkedIn, did you know that automatically you're only 1 degree separated from 10,000 of the most influential people in the world? These are people that are like Richard Branson and Stedman Graham, who I've shared the stage with 3 times. In fact, I teased him because he opened for me once. And that, Oprah's boyfriend always wants to open for somebody else, right? So when you're taking these red carpet connections, there's another thing that's really important about that. You want somebody in your corner who loves you and supports you and who cares about you and your business almost more than you do. Why? Because you need a cheerleader in your corner. Who wouldn't want that? Somebody who brags about you so that you don't have to brag about yourself. Let me give you an example. Brent Phillips is here today. Now, if Brent were to tell people, hey, I am one of the smartest people in the world with an IQ of, I think I'm the 12th highest in the world. And when I went to MIT, I was part of the group that invented the internet. When you hear him say that, don't you think, wow, bragger? If he was in school, his teacher would be like, Brent, you're not allowed to talk about yourself like that, right? But if I, because he's one of my clients, if I said, oh my gosh, Alan, have you met Brent Phillips from awakeningdynamics.com? Oh my gosh, did you know that he went to the MIT school, which is in competition with Harvard, and he helped invent the internet? How cool is that? And he's one of the 12 smartest people in the world. Now, all of a sudden, doesn't Alan and the people who are listening want to meet Brent? Well, wouldn't you like somebody to be bragging about you, Frank? I think he would, because he's fabulous, Frank. So what you do is that you make these wonderful connections with people who are publicists who are in your corner and who care about you. But let me tell you why I became a publicist and why I became a publicist with heart. See, there was this little girl that I babysit for when I was little. I guess I wasn't that little. I was 19 and old enough to babysit. And when Harmony became 11, I'd watched her for years. Harmony had a special relationship with me. Her mom was very busy. She had a twin brother and another brother who was only 10 months older, okay? So 10 months older, and there she is, a twin as well. So Harmony was alone a lot. And Harmony loved me as her mentor and as her babysitter, which I sat for free. And Harmony and I had this wonderful relationship. And one day we were swimming in the pool. And Harmony all of a sudden started screaming. She's like, I can't see. It hurts. Make the color stop. Harmony, she's starting to drown. I swim out to her and pull her little raft in. And I'm like, Harmony. And she can't hear me. She can't see me. I get her in a car. I drive her all the way to the hospital, into the emergency room. We contact her mother, and we find out that Harmony, at 11 years old, has a brain tumor the size of an orange that had no symptoms prior to that moment. Good news. They're going to do surgery, and Harmony's going to make it. That was the best thing that I ever heard. Harmony comes out of surgery, opens her eyes, looks at her mother, has a stroke, and is diagnosed as brain dead. Now, Harmony, in that moment, that day, would just be a memory if Harmony didn't have somebody like me to carry her legacy on. Because Mike and Carol Lewis talked to you about a legacy. A legacy helps people remember you all over the world. Don't you want your message to be remembered forever? Harmony's was,